Ancient civilizations that knew more than we think. The Mayans. We often look at our modern world with great pride. We see tall buildings, smartphones, and spaceships. But sometimes, when we look at our present, we forget about that. Many ancient cultures had incredible knowledge. They understood stars, mathematics, and engineering in ways that still amaze us today. One of the most fascinating examples of this ancient intelligence comes from the Mayan civilization. An admirable people lived long ago in Mesoamerica. They built impressive cities in the very heart of dense jungles. They developed a complex writing system, one of the few in ancient America. His understanding of time and the universe was truly profound. The Maya show us that advanced knowledge is not just a modern invention, it is a human story that extends far back into our shared history. Exploring the world of the Mayans is like opening a hidden door. Behind it we find a culture rich in art, science, and philosophy. Were not just mysterious figures from a forgotten time, they were astronomers, mathematicians, architects, and artists. The Mayan civilization flourished in a truly amazing part of our world. This region is known as Mesoamerica. It extends from central Mexico to much of Central America. The very heart of the Mayan territory covered areas of present-day southern Mexico. This includes the Yucatan Peninsula. It also included Guatemala, Belize, and parts of Honduras and El Salvador. This diverse land offered both challenges and many resources. Imagine dense tropical jungles, full of life. Imagine highlands with volcanic peaks and lowlands with large swamps. The history of the Mayans is very long, spanning many centuries, a test of their endurance and ingenuity. Historians often divide Mayan history into three main periods. The pre-classical period began around the year 2000 BC. Then came the classical period, roughly from 250 AD to 900 AD. Last important phase is the post-classical period. This lasted from approximately the year 900 AD until the arrival of the Spanish in the 10th century. The night sky has always amazed us all. For the ancient Mayans, it was more than just pretty. It was a sacred book, a clock of the universe. They were true master astronomers. They observed the movements of the sun, moon, planets, and stars with incredible dedication. They did this without telescopes or modern computers. Their observatories, such as the Caracol at Chichen Itza, were designed to monitor events in the sky. One of the most famous achievements of the Mayans is their calendar system. Wasn't just one calendar, but several that worked together. The best known is the long count calendar. This calendar measured time in very long periods. It was incredibly accurate. It allowed him to date events far in the past and project them far into the future. The Mayans also paid a lot of attention to the planets. Venus was especially important to them. They measured their cycles with astonishing accuracy. His knowledge of the stars was not just a matter of study. Mathematics is the language of the universe. The Mayans understood this language very well. They developed a very advanced number system. It was different from the base 10 system we use today. The Mayans used a vigesimal system. This means that it was based on the number 20. One of the most notable things about Mayan mathematics was how they used zero. This is a truly profound concept. Many ancient civilizations did not have a symbol or idea for zero as a placeholder. The Mayans developed it on their own. They represented zero with a symbol resembling a shell. This was a revolutionary idea. Zero is very important for number systems where position counts. Allows you to distinguish between numbers such as 2, 20, and 200. The Mayan number system used only three symbols. A dot represented the number 1. Horizontal bar represented the number 5. Z represented 0. A misunderstood prophecy. You may remember that there was a lot of talk about the year 2012. Many people believed that the Mayans predicted the end of the world for December 21, 2012. This idea was widely spread through books, movies, and the internet. It caused a lot of emotion and for some a lot of fear. But this way of understanding it was a huge mistake about Mayan culture and its calendar system. The Mayans themselves never predicted an apocalypse for that date. They did not see a global catastrophe or the destruction of people coming. This was a modern myth, not an ancient Mayan prophecy. The completion of this cycle was a significant event, but it was seen as a change, renewal, not as the world coming to an end. Whispers in bark paper. The sacred Mayan codices. The Mayans had a rich writing tradition. They wrote their knowledge in beautiful books called codices. These were not like the books we have today. The Mayan codices were made from the inner bark of trees. The bark was pounded and treated to create a type of paper. This paper was then folded like an accordion or a screen. The scribes, who were very skilled artists and scholars, wrote on these pages. They used complicated hieroglyphics and colorful drawings. These codices were like treasures filled with the wisdom, history, religion, and science of the Mayans. Sadly, very few of these incredible books have survived to this day. When the Spanish conquistadors arrived in the 15th century, they saw the codices as pagan things. Many were deliberately destroyed in an attempt to erase the Mayan religious beliefs. Cities of stone and sky. Mayan architectural wonders. The Mayans were master builders. They created great cities that emerged from the jungles and highlands. Think of places like Tikal, with its towering pyramids that pierce the jungle roof. Imagine Palenque tucked into the hills, known for its elegant temples and detailed carvings. And Chichen Itza, with its famous Kukulka pyramid, is a powerful symbol of Mayan ingenuity. They weren't just a bunch of buildings, they were very carefully planned urban centers. They had palaces for rulers, temples for the gods, plazas for meetings, and even courts for sacred ball games. One of the most impressive examples of Mayan architectural and astronomical genius is the Kukulka pyramid in Chichen Itza. This building is also known as the castle. It is a four-sided pyramid with stairs on each side. During the spring and autumn equinoxes, something incredible happens. When the sun sets, the play of light and shadow creates the illusion of a giant snake. It looks like this snake is going down the side of the north staircase of the pyramid. Healers of the jungle. Mayan medicine and well-being. The ancient Mayans understood a lot about medicine and healing. Their knowledge was closely connected to the vast number of plants and animals in the jungles where they lived. The jungle was his pharmacy. They knew and used hundreds of medicinal plants. They knew that leaves, roots, bark, or flowers could cure different diseases. This was not random guessing. It was a system of knowledge that was passed down from healers and shamans to parents and children. They understood what plants were used for fevers, infections, stomach problems, and many other things. This knowledge about plants was very important for taking care of their health. Mayan healers, known as Amen, played a very important role in society. They not only gave herbal remedies, they were also spiritual guides. Recovering lost knowledge. The Mayan legacy that endures. As we journey through the achievements of the ancient Maya, one thing becomes clear. We are still learning a lot from them. For centuries, much of their knowledge was lost or misunderstood. The destruction of their codices, fall of their cities, and the misconceptions of early explorers helped us to misunderstand everything. But today, thanks to dedicated archaeologists, epigraphers who decipher their writing, and new technologies like IDAR, that veil is being lifted. We are rediscovering how deep and advanced the Mayan civilization really was. Each new discovery adds another piece to the puzzle, revealing a culture of incredible intelligence. This work of discovering things teaches us a very important lesson. Must approach ancient civilizations with humility and an open mind. It's easy to think that modern is better. But the Mayans proved that intelligence isn't just a matter of time or. They developed advanced mathematics, astronomy, and engineering on there. They created complex art and a unique writing system. Their achievements make us think differently about what ancient peoples could do.